back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Juana. Guys, today I'm going to be doing some embroidery. I'm going to be embroidering a hoodie. I'm going to explain step by step how to use the Hoop Master. And I'm going to be using my multi-needle embroidery machine, the Ricoma EM1010, to embroider this hoodie. I'm going to be also embroidering my own design for the first time. So guys, I can't wait to share this with you. So let's get started. So I'm using Chroma, and this is a digitizing program from Ricoma. This is my design. If you have been following me, you saw me doing this design using rhinestones. This is my original design, so I decided to convert it into embroidery. And I also did another design previously. It was a couple of days ago, I released a video of a design that I converted into rhinestones, and then I digitized it to do it on embroidery, and it came out amazing. So I decided to do the same thing with this one. And I use my auto digitizing, and it looks pretty nice. This might not be the same colors that I'm going to be using when I'm going to embroider it. This is a better view. And so, yeah, so I'm going to run it for the first time to see how it's going to embroider. I'm going to go ahead and do the simulation so that you can see how it's going to embroider the order. It's going to embroider, it's going to do the field first. When I first digitized it, it wanted it to do the outline first. So I inverted the order of it. And now it's embroidering the way I wanted to embroider. Let me see. Yeah, the field first and then the border. Okay. And this is the area where I use to change the order of the embroidery. Yeah. So I'm learning little by little how to maneuver. I have been practicing since I'm not there yet. I've been taking advantage of using the auto digitizing, and so far for my designs, it's been working. So guys, I'm gonna move now to my craft room, and we're gonna embroider this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to save it. I'm gonna go to File, Save As, and I'm gonna go to my desktop. And I'm going to always add embroidery so I know what kind of file this is. And I'm going to always write final because this is my own design. I just want to make sure that this is a final file that I'm going to be using. And this is going to be left as RD, because if I want to go back to it and make some changes, I can go back to that file and make the changes. So I'm going to do save. And I'm going to go back to the file. I'm going to save as. And then I'm going to look for desktop again. I always put it on my desktop. And I'm going to look for DST because my machine reads DST format, right? I'm going to go save. So it is save. Get out of here. And that's it. So I'm going to go to my craft room and we're going to complete the whole process of embroidering this design, all right? So this is the Hoop Master. It is the same company that makes the Mighty Hoops. And this right here comes in a set. When I got mine, I got like a kit that came with the board. This was not included. It came with a 5x5 Mighty Hoop and other stuff that I don't remember right now. In order for you to use this, if you're going to use it for left and right chest logo, you have to get the other fixture, which is a Mighty Hoop fixture that looks like this one. It comes for a 5x5 and for a 7x9. Ooh. Yeah, something like that. Let me show you because I don't remember the measurement. But this is the fixture for the 4x4. Okay, and you're gonna use this to embroider either left chest logos or right chest logos. And you can also use other fixtures with it. I have the 7.2 fixture that is same as this one that I just showed you, but it takes the bigger hoop that is a 7x7 mighty hoop. And you can use that to do almost the same thing, right? In order for you to use it for embroidery and use it the hoops in the center, you have to order the adjusters. It's a separate purchase. You're gonna put them like this, and they are adjustables. Let me show you. Depending on your height, there are some screws back here and screws in here. Let me open these flaps in here. that you unscrew and you move them around depending on the size of the shirt and the type of garment that you're embroidering. For today's video, I'm going to be using the 8x13 mighty hoop, which is this one right here. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I use this. You know that the hoop comes in two separate parts. I'm going to use this part right here. I have already measured my measurement for my hoodie, and this is the place that I need for my hoodie to fall into place when it comes to the height of the design. Okay, I usually do 3.5 to 4. Most of the time it's 3.5. So I'm gonna place this part on the bottom, right here at the bottom, and this goes on the top. Okay, and it's gonna fit like that, right? Once you do that, okay, I can afford to move even this lower if I want to, because I want to make sure that, okay, this one is in place in there. I want it to be tight, all right? Very tight, okay? This you lift up to take it off, and then you lock it with this. And then once you have this, the next step that you're gonna do is that you're gonna place your stabilizer. I am embroidering a hoodie, so I'm using cutaway stabilizer. I'm gonna place it in here on top of the frame, and I'm gonna put up the flaps, and they are in place. Okay, now I'm gonna bring my hoodie. This is the hoodie. This is a size large hoodie. You're gonna place it like this, and you're gonna make sure that the top of the hoodie, like this seam in here, is gonna be on the top of here. Okay, that is very important. That's gonna determine if it's gonna fall into place or not. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna give my back to you. I'm sorry for that, but I need to position this correctly. Okay, like this. This is the center line. This is the center point in here. So I'm in the center right here. Okay. For me, it's very important that when I place in my frame, I have enough space to clear the design to make sure that it's not gonna hit the frame. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick up the top of the hoop, of the mighty hoop, and I'm gonna let it go. And it's right there, you see? So now I'm gonna place my design here in the middle and use my middle right here line. And there are also some holes on the top of the mighty hoop that you can tell the centering, okay? And I use my embryos printout, like I always do, to serve as a guide, okay? So I'm gonna place it here. And that's my spot to embroider, okay? The line here, the line in here. For smaller design, you're still gonna have the printout because I use my printout for that and make sure that it's gonna be in place. I have enough space in here for embroidery and enough space in here for embroidery. I already measure it. You have to make sure that when you're going to embroider with a mighty hoop, you have to size your design so it doesn't hit the frame where you're gonna be embroidering. And this is how you hoop using a mighty hoop and the hoop master. You can ensure that this is going to be nice and straight and it's in the place that you want, okay? So now my next step is to go to the embroidery machine to embroider this baby. So I have already placed the hoop on the machine and I placed a color. I inverted the file because I'm always embroidering, inverting the design, putting the hoodie this way, and that way I will have more space on the bottom for the machine to come around and not disrupting this, because sometimes if this hole is too small, it might get the garment of registration. So usually when you do hoodies, you try to always hoop it this way, okay? So I already have the colors. I'm gonna do a trace. And it is pretty close, but it's clearing the hoop, and that's the most important thing. I'm going to do a slow trace. And by slow trace, I mean that I'm gonna click this icon that has a heart on the top, stitches, and that will give me a slow trace, and I know exactly that the needle is clearing the hoop because the design is pretty close on the, close, and yeah. The other choice that you have is always make the design smaller, but you know that I like to embroider my designs big. So this is clearing so far, which is good. I'm concerned about this top part over here on top of the T. You can also follow the cursor on the screen, but I like looking at it with my own eyes to make sure that it's completely clearing. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, that's good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I have enough bobbin because this is a full embroidery. I might have to change the bobbin in the middle of the embroidery. I'm not sure yet. Hopefully the amount that I have is enough. So guys, let's get started embroidering. I'm gonna bring you closer so you can see the action, okay? So to the whole embroidery process, I am going to skip some areas because this is a full stitch out and it's gonna take a long time to embroider. So yeah, and that way, I can short the length of the video, all right? Guys, this is done. I'm gonna go to the craft table. I will meet you over there. If you are on the lookout for a multi-needle embroidery machine, I have a Ricoma referral link down below. Over there, you can get contact with them and ask them all the questions about the multi-needle embroidery machines. All right, so guys, go check them out. Guys, I am done and it came out amazing. I love the combination of colors that I chose for this hoodie. And the part of the embroidery when it comes to the digitizing, it embroidered amazing. No issues there. The one only issue that I had was that when I was embroidering, this part in here got caught up on the bobbin plate under and it created a knot. So I was able to detach the embroidery from the embroidery plate or the needle plate. But the one thing that it created was that it went off registration. And I noticed that when the machine started embroidering the border. You see how it went off registration all the way in here, off registration, and a little bit on the bottom here. And that's okay. This is a test embroidery. All I was testing was to make sure that my file was working the way I digitized it. And I also noticed that it embroidered the border of the heart or line of the heart first before it embroidered the field. And that was an easy fix because I went back to my file and I inverted the order. This was not a big deal. The big deal was that just a little pull that I did on the needle plate to detach this part of the embroidery here, it created the whole thing. And this is a learning process. I've never dealt with this before. There is always a first time for everything, right? But everything else came out amazing. So if you have any question about the Hoop Masters and all their fixtures, ask those questions down below. I might be able to do a video just on the Hoop Masters and the different fixtures that it offers. So if you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, go ahead, subscribe to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican. So guys, I think this is everything for now. I will see you soon with new content. Until next time, bye-bye. Hasta luego.